all my merrymakers. I am Becca. Welcome to All the Things Thursday. To all of my regulars, thanks for coming back, looking at my videos, at least giving it a like, I hope. To anybody new here, welcome. All the Things Thursday is my weekly video where I talk about all the yarny things going on in my world. I actually put up a video on Tuesday. I used to do that almost every month, and then I stopped. I might start doing that again, called Let's Talk Tuesday. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend it, because I talk about what's been happening with the house. I don't think a lot has happened since I posted that video. As far as the house goes, we still don't have an active contract on our home. I do need to re-verify with my agent if it's 10 regular days, or 10 business days. Either way, by the end of next week, if we don't have a buyer for our home, we will lose the bid on the townhome. Which I'm actually strangely okay with. Because, like I talked about in my other video, in order to afford a new home, that might help sustain us for the next couple of years, we really need to sell the current home at $275, no less than $275. And if we do sell the current home for $275, that would make the mortgage payment for the townhome $100 more than I basically told my real estate agent that we could afford. And that does not include the $155 a month HOA. We were going to make it work because it was kind of worth it to us. But if we accepted the guy's offers of $257, it would actually make the monthly payment like $1,806. And that did not include the $155 for the HOA. And I'm like, we cannot afford that. We cannot afford that. It's like, my agent's like, now we know what he's willing to do. I said, that's great. I'm not willing to accept it. But she doesn't seem to be listening to me, which is really frustrating. I had talked to my husband about, I said I was contemplating terminating the contract with her because it seemed like we're still having communication issues. Like, she does not like me saying no. I don't understand why she doesn't like me saying no, but she doesn't like to hear the word no from me. It very much seems like I'm like, I don't know how much more clear I can be about what we need. So I feel like we're at a standstill. However, I did reread the contract that we have with her, and if we terminate it early, then we have to repay any fees that she incurred in the buying or selling of our home, which to me includes her gas. And during Labor Day weekend, she did this barbecue, and I don't know how much money she spent on that barbecue. So, it would not be surprised to me if when I said I wanted to terminate the contract, she told me that if I did that it would incur a fee of at least $2,000. Which, to be honest, part of me is like, it's almost worth it. Because right now, if I, our current agreement ends, the written agreement that I have in my hands says that it ends midnight on December 24th. So the thought that I have to deal with another, 2 months of this is a little depressing. But we'll see what happens. I have gotten to the point where I am okay with whatever happens. Like, if we get a buyer in time and we save the townhome, great. If we don't get a buyer in time and we don't save the townhome, that's fine too. You know, I'm done being stressed out about my house and buying a new house, and I have definitely adopted the que sera mentality. That being said, I did mention in my Tuesday video there were some fixes that I felt needed to happen around the house. If this agreement doesn't end until December, I'm not going to be able to... What in the world? I'm not going to be able to hold off until December on these fixes. So, like, especially if we're looking for a new buyer, I feel like there might be some fixes I can do to make the house a little bit more enticing / acceptable to a new buyer. Like, I had started repatching and repainting the bathroom, and it's quite obvious that I didn't finish. So, like, finishing that, and plus some other little fixes here and there that I think, again, you know, could help with the eventual resale of the home. If not, they're things that have just been bugging me anyway. All right, so that's where everything's at with the house. Yarny stuff. I actually finished a hat over the weekend. I thought I put it in my bag to show you guys. I apparently did not. But I did take a picture of it, so that will be going up on my community tab. Make sure you check that out. It's made with Karen X Paddington in the colorway Elephants, and I did my variation of Bag-O-Day Crochet's kitchen sink beanie tutorial. As you all know, it's one of my favorite tutorials to do with color changing yarn. So the Karen X Pantone is not color changing, but you know how it comes in that braid where it's like 4 or 5 different colors. So it's basically the same thing. And then I have decided to make weekends, like the day, like Saturday and Sunday are the days for me to do other projects other than the blanket I've been working on, just to give myself a little bit of a break, because working on this blanket, which I am literally working on while I'm talking to you, it's a lot to just work on it. So let me show you where I'm at. This is panel number 2. I'd say am I over halfway? I want to say I'm over halfway on panel number 2. Yeah, because I'm about to enter into the cheek of the panda. I'd show you the picture I have, however, it is of the graph, because this is a graph GAN, and I feel like that's an impingement upon copyright. So if I'm not done, I mean, I might not be done, let's be honest. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself, because again, like almost every night this week my sleep has been interrupted, which is why I'm not as bouncy as I usually am. But on the flip side, I've been doing so much better on my diet that I'm down 2 pounds. So it's just like, so yeah, I'm actually really tired. I'm actually really wanting to go to bed. And I'm actually just wanting to be done. So you might get a little bit more this version of me until December, and then you might get Party Becca back. We'll see what happens. You know, life can be surprising. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, especially if you're a subscriber and you would like to stay subscribed. That way the evil YouTube overlords don't unsubscribe you from my channel against your will. Feel free to comment down below. It helps my analytics. If you're not a subscriber yet, feel free to subscribe. I actually have a lot of yarning content, and if that's your jibe, make sure you're subscribed. Plus, you would do well to hit that notification bell. Any requests for tutorials, either comment or direct message me, happyyarngirl@gmail.com. And whatever you do, make what makes you merry. Ciao.